Hey YouTube fam, it's your girl Glam Cam and we're back again. This video is some updates of what took place today and all the things that's going on recent. So first of all, it's going to be about Roxy and why this family is feuding. But before we get into everything, I want you to click like and subscribe. Also, I know I said in my prior videos that the trial was approaching, but I never gave a date. Let's clear the air. But the trial is approaching because it's 2025. And, we got some updates. So let's recap of what went on today. Make sure you watch this whole video so you can see what's going on. And we're going to get into it.
Butts case. Butts is accused of murdering 13-year-old NAZIYAH Harris last year. His jury selection is scheduled to start October 6th. Jarvis Butts was in court Friday to hear Judge Nicholas Hathaway decide key dates in his trial. The defense and prosecution both agreed on the dates as they await the full transcript to be typed out so they can read it over. Butts was previously in court January 17th for a hearing where he entered a not guilty plea. At that hearing, just like Friday's, NAZIYAH Harris's family and friends were present. Butts, 42 years old, of Detroit, is charged with first-degree premeditated murder, second-degree criminal sexual conduct, and child sexually abusive activity. Butts is also accused of having an inappropriate relationship with NAZIYAH. She was last seen getting off her school bus at the corner of Cornwall and 3 Mile Drive in Detroit on January 9th of last year. Her body has not been found. As jury selection starts October 6th, the prosecution said it could call 40 or more witnesses to the stand, and the defense said it could call 10 or more. It's a trial that could take 3 to 4 weeks.
I'm hopeful that you're going to have that transcript here, hopefully within the next couple of weeks. Obviously, with that trial date being in October, we have some time to work with.
Okay, YouTube fam, follow me with this, and I want you guys to continue to watch to the end. So we got to talk about this Roxy, because we know Roxy ended up meeting Mark D through Jernell and family, and originally he wanted to work with Jernell, and then Roxy stepped in and started working with them. Another thing, Roxy was on his podcast talking real, shady about Jernell and Kiwana. That's feuding situations when the focus should be on NAZIYAH. They start feuding about other things. And then Roxy ended up moving back to Detroit, and she have not seen NAZIYAH since she was 2 years old. And she lost touch with what was going on with those children. I'm sure she heard and knew about a lot of things. Roxy also was out there reaching out to mediums, searching in abandoned houses and cars. And I mean, the search do make sense, but officers also told them to stand down. They have all the evidence they need. But, Roxy got very triggered when Jernell and Kiwana wasn't out there participating with the search that she created. Roxy also said her and Mark D 7 Mile, her mom allegedly found the clothing and shoes of little NAZIYAH that was out there like in 7 Mile and Berg. So allegedly they found that. Vari even speaked up. He didn't know much about Roxy. She just came into the picture when, when this horrific situation transpired. Then she just came into the picture and, he took her in as a cousin, but then he seen that she was more like, doing her GoFundMe and her own thing. It just was more on her or what she had going, allegedly. Also, Roxy and Mark D, they went to Marquita home where she lived with her boyfriend, prior to Mark D interviewing him, and showing that Shannon was over there at Marquita home. She did that. And then Roxy and Shannon end up going into the kitchen to have a talk. Mark D had walked away and was like, I'm going to let the family talk. After Roxy did that, had that talk with Shannon, next thing you know, Roxy made an announcement saying she's no longer working with Mark D. And then she stopped like the mediums, and then she stopped the searches. And now Roxy is back around Mark D. So, you just never know with Roxy, right? Also, the YouTube creator, Tootie Uncensored, shout out to her. She made some attempts to reach out to Roxy to, get a memorial going, because Tootie Uncensored also is from Detroit. So she was trying to reach out to Roxy, so they can get a memorial started for little NAZIYAH. And also, Roxy did not call Tootie. So I still don't know to right now if she did reach out to Tootie, but she was a no-show once again, Roxy. And I felt that was very kind of Tootie that, she wanted to create that and give back and, and have that justice for NAZIYAH and have that memorial. Also, Skilla Baby, you know, he's a rapper too, so he since the beginning too, he been wanting to contribute. It's just never know, Roxy, when the heat get heating. You know, Roxy saying, "Where's Janelle and Kiwana at for the now situation of the kids?" No, Roxy, where are you at? You know, when the getting get tough. You family as well. You moved away a few years ago and now you call amnesia because the photos, you know, it showed the proof that you've been around the family, you know, and you saying that, you know, Janelle and Kiwana do have the same energy now as they did in 2022. So they don't got the same energy to get the kids, and that CPS didn't call her. She was like, CPS didn't call me. Like, I guess I'm a down the line family member. I don't think Roxy know what them people been through as well. You know, they've been exposing the truth, and you know, they've been through so much. They was actually present and hands on, you know, with the kids. But Roxy wasn't. So Roxy, this is your chance to get the kids. Like always, when the getting gets hot, you not there. It's someone else's fault and problem. Just as well as the children are they family, they yours too. At least they tried and did what they had to before being rejected, you know, from the source. Versus Roxy wasn't even there for NAZIYAH growing years. You right? Okay, so that means she possibly don't know the other kids neither. So Roxy the type, when she went to Marquita home with 7 Mile to see Shannon, prior to that she was all, I'm gonna do this to Shannon. She get there, she's standing down. She ain't say nothing. She quiet. Mark D doing all the talking. Then when she get in the kitchen, like I said, with Shannon, Shannon roughed her up a little bit. Yeah, Roxy, I don't want to hear that. Then, you know, Roxy like, you know, and they had a little conversation, like I said. Then Roxy disappeared. So it's a lot of times she'll be like, I'm going to do this, I'm that. And then it's like, when it's there present, she's standing down. But now she got Mark D back around her. And now she's more vocal and stuff, you know. But, you know, basically, I just want to see the family, you know, more have unity in a situation like this. Like, this is serious. Like, you guys are starting to bring up all y'all family traumas. We starting to meet all the family members. I mean, it's good to know the background, but it's like we are missing the big picture of little NAZIYAH. She have not been recovered. We all want to know, where is she and what's going on? Like, we deeply want to know, because this is like so sad and tragic. But I just wanted to update you guys too that have not seen this yet of what's going on, because I think it's just like crazy. It's given, I want to help my family. It's given, I'm the captain, leader, saving the day along with some clout. Look at me, I'm not doing anything wrong. But you know what? The main focus should be little NAZIYAH at all times. And if you moved back to rescue and help kids, that was your time too, Roxy. To get the kids like you want Janelle and Kiwana to do. You know? So guys, let's get into this video, Roxy. You know, make sure you leave a comment as well on how you take to this family feuding. And are they missing the big picture? Because I think they're missing the big picture right now. So make sure you click like, subscribe, and comment. I'm going to need y'all to like this video. Make sure you subscribe and also comment. I want to hear your thoughts. Make sure you keep your comments decent, please. And there's always justice for little NAZIYAH. Okay? Peace. Much love.
Hey, y'all. I came on here to talk to y'all because there has been so much that has transpired between when NAZIYAH has been missing to all the way up until today, which is March 7th, 2025. The day of the calendar conference of Jarvis Butts and all of his charges. Okay? I really want to come and talk to y'all and tell y'all that y'all need to start paying attention to what Janelle and Kiwana is putting out. Okay? They're trying to be funny, putting out all of this information that don't have anything to do with NAZIYAH. Okay? Putting out information that they thought was going to be embarrassing, putting out information about me. They talking about me. They talking about my mama. They talking about what they've been doing and all this other stuff like that, right? All of these things that don't have anything to do with NAZIYAH. Okay? I don't think I've heard them say very much about her, but they have a whole lot to say about me every single time, right? And what I'm doing. Because they have been trying to stop me from spreading awareness, because they have been trying to stop me from talking about NAZIYAH, because they are the ones who are included in sweeping everything that has happened up with NAZIYAH underneath the rug. And I really don't want to do the tit for tat thing, but y'all got to be educated, okay? Because there's so many people coming at me sideways about what I'm doing for the better, for the greater good and the better cause and the direction that I'm trying to move in to help other young girls, and how I have been helping other young girls and women. Okay? Pay attention to what they are saying in these interviews that they have done. The one they did on the interview with the on YouTube with the community ladies, the ones they did with Ratchet TV, now the ones they did with this spiritual detective, Weiss's, whatever the heck her name is. Okay? They had time to sit down and do interviews and podcasts, 5-hour podcasts and interviews with 2-3 hours to sit up there and spread mess that ain't got nothing to do with NAZIYAH and say everything negative that they can about me and try and do the we are for justice for NAZIYAH, but you really wasn't. Ain't showing up to no court dates except for the arraignment, which is when he first got arrested. That was the only court date they showed up to. They didn't show up to any other court dates. Pay attention. Pay attention to what they doing and telling y'all and what they saying. Because it's like it's a competition of flower. They want flowers or a pat on the back. Guess what? You can have it. I don't want no flowers. I don't want no flowers. I don't want no acknowledgement. I want awareness. I want change. I want new laws, new procedures, new protocols. That's what I want. I don't want flowers or acknowledgement. This isn't a competition. This isn't high school. Okay? Pay attention to what they're doing and saying. We did this, we did that. You sure did. You sure did. But you're talking about all of these things that you have been doing since 2022. Right? All of these things that you have been knowing. But one thing that I'm trying to understand is why when CPS called you, because the kids are gone. Shannon kids are gone. They're in the system. Marquita's kids are gone. They're with her dad. Annette's foster kids are gone. They're back in the system. Annette's license, gone. Thank God. Thank God. But my thing is, when Kiwana and Janelle were called to get the kids so that they didn't go into foster care, Janelle and Kiwana declined to get the kids. Let me say it one more time. Janelle and Kiwana, NAZIYAH Harris' immediate family members, great aunt and first cousin, declined to get the foster kids that CPS called them and asked them to get. They declined it 4 times and said that the reason that they declined was for personal reasons. Not because, oh, they didn't have space. Not because, oh, well, can you provide me with housing or bigger housing so that I can have enough room for them? No, for personal reasons. What could be the personal reason? Because the kids are traumatized and they've been enough, so you rather them go into a system with people who they don't know rather than their family, since you have been trying to get them out of the house since 2022? So why were you so-called pushing to get the kids out of the house in 2022, but now that it's March 7th, 2025, and CPS called you 2 weeks ago to get the kids out of the house, you declined for personal reasons. But you were trying to get the kids out the house before, and now that the kids are out of the house, you don't want them. Why don't you want the kids that you've been fighting for to get out of the house since 2022? Jarvis is now locked up. So why don't you want the kids? What are the personal reasons? Because you've been trying to get the kids, right? You've been trying to get custody of the kids, but now that that opportunity is here, you won't take it. Because you're too busy trying to block me and what I'm doing. CPS hasn't reached out to me. I guess because I'm too far down the family tree. So you rather the kids go stay in a system where they're going to get split up and not have any contact with each other, with their other little cousins that they've been growing up with all of this time because of your personal reasons. Why? You don't want the kids around your kids because you don't want it to happen to them? Do they have too much trauma that you don't want to deal with? Is it too much for you to deal with now because you've been fighting so hard for it? What happened? Why you don't want the kids? What happened? Why you declined to take the kids? So when I tell y'all, pay attention to what they saying because they out here fooling y'all and they're trying to shut me up and stop me from what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do. They're worried about flowers, I'm worried about awareness. They're worried about recognition, I'm worried about victims. But you're trying to start organizations, but you won't get your little cousins that show immediate family. Y'all signing paperwork for everything else, but not signing no paperwork to get them kids that y'all been trying to get out the house since 2022. Pay attention to what they doing, y'all, and what they saying. It ain't matching up. Because if anything, they should have been the first two to get them kids, and they declined 4 times to get those children. And they had the opportunity, and they declined it for personal reasons. So pay attention, because they want to put out information about everybody else, i.e. me and my mother, but y'all not going over there to get them kids because they don't want to deal with them and their trauma that they're going through and what they've been exposed to, which is why we are in a position that we are in today, which is why NAZIYAH is missing, because they talking and saying that they doing A, B, C, D, and E, but really when it get down to the nitty gritty of it, they're declining. But got time to do everything else. You got time to be on podcasts to talk mess, but you ain't have no time to do interviews about NAZIYAH when she first came up missing. You got interviews to talk about me and what I was doing and where I was at and bring up my mama and everything else and my sexuality and everything else for 5 hours and 3 hours and 2 hours, but you didn't have any time to spread awareness about NAZIYAH when she went missing or what was happening to her. When you knew. Like going to birthday parties that you went to, that you knew Jarvis was going to be at, but you didn't take your kids at the birthday party, but you went to the birthday party anyway where another child was assaulted at, where you were present. Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention to these two. Because they ain't who they say they are or what they doing. Go get the kids. They're waiting for you. Maybe a 2-week, maybe 3-week time span is when the trial will begin. And there are also 40 new witnesses.
Damn.
Just for NAZIYAH's case alone. This is not for all of the other cases. There's 2 new cases that he has. So, pounding the pavement, screaming, crying, yelling, losing sleep. It seems like it's all worth it. To hear the number 40 and to hear that there are 2 new victims that have come forward and spoken up, that's what makes it all worth it, and that lets me know that justice is slowly but surely prevailing, and it'll get here soon. So that is what
40 new witnesses though, like what?
40 new witnesses, yeah, 40. So, and that's just witness eyes alone. So that lets you know right there. And it's gonna probably take about 3 to 4 weeks. The trial is probably gonna be about 3 to 4 weeks. So yeah, so all in total, that is 62 witnesses. 62. So between the 22 witnesses that we had in the preliminary and the 40 new witnesses, there's 62 witnesses for this case so far. So if we heard all of what we heard in the preliminary with 22 people in 4 days, I can only imagine what we are about to hear in 3 to 4 weeks with 40 people.
Man, I'll be honest with you. I hope that they don't publicize the details of it like they did in NAZIYAH, because that is just going to enrage the public all over again.
Yeah.
Right, and it's going to cause even more people to find out about the case, more people to tap in and try to insert their narrative, spin their narrative around into what they think is the truth, and all of this other shit, man. We're going to have a whole another generation of motherfuckers coming out here searching in fields and all of this other shit, man. Like, I hope they just keep that shit and let us know what the verdict is when it's time to let us know what the verdict is.
Yeah. I just want people to be patient, right? People are, oh, well, why does it take so long? Why does it take so long? Why does it take so long? I would rather them take their time and go through everything with a fine-tooth comb, because it could be one detail that is missed to where a whole case can be just thrown out. You know what I'm saying? If the glove didn't fit, you must have quit. Well, we're trying to make sure that the glove fit, okay? So I want you guys to be patient. We all are on edge. We all are walking on eggshells. We all want to know, what's happening. But this takes time. This is not a simple case. We don't have a body. You know what I'm saying? We and it's been a year and 4 months. You know what I'm saying? So let it take its time. Let it run its course. Let the justice system, make due process and let it do its work. Let's stop assuming. Let's stop speculating. Let's stop coming up with assumptions and twisting things, left and right and up and down. You know what I'm saying? Because it's damn the family. Damn it being disrespectful to the family. It's just disrespectful to NAZIYAH. And if you say that you care about NAZIYAH the way that you care about her, stop it. Okay? Just let it go. Because damn the family. But do it for her. Okay? If you care how you care, if NAZIYAH means to you what she means to you, because NAZIYAH has hit so many different people, and so many different people are emotionally bound to NAZIYAH because they see themselves in her, or they know someone, or their daughter experienced it, or a child, or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Just do it out of respect for her, to just let the court do what it do, but the justice system run its course, and just do it out of respect for NAZIYAH. Not out of respect for the family, out of respect for NAZIYAH. If you want justice for NAZIYAH, cut the bullshit. For real.
Like I told people back in, probably about December or January, around the time that I did the episode about the trafficking in, or maybe it was the episode after that. Like, at this point, it ain't really too much more, to talk about.
Right.
A lot of people still to this day, I'm getting inboxes, messages and shit, asking what's the update, any update on NAZIYAH. I mean, like, ain't nothing changed since what we said the last time, 100 times all that. We got to wait until the court date, right? Ain't nobody giving out no secret information or no subscriber selling information on the subscribers. Stop sending us places to search. Okay, all of that.
For your input.
Most definitely.
I will see.
All right, I'm out of here, Rock.
All right, later.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I want to be nice to you or block you with that question. I'm gonna be nice.